Noelle Foley here with Ringside Collectibles, and I'm here with Bill Miekina. How are you today?
I'm good, everyone. Welcome from Wrestlemania 32 in Dallas.
Whoa, straight from Dallas, and we have the Mattel Q&A for you right here. Okay, any chances of an updated Naomi and Tamina anytime soon?
More than likely.
Very cool. Any chance at all at getting a Repo Man figure?
Not at the present time. He's not under a WWE Legends deal, but as soon as he signed, I want to do another Demolition, and I want to do Repo Man, so let's hope so.
Yeah, let's hope so. Are the basic Legends figures proving to be successful, and will we see more in the future?
Yeah, that's definitely where you're going to see something more of in the future, is some of the higher profile guys from the past being sort of interspersed in the basics line, going forward. It's just something, keeps the line fresh, keeps a nice variety in the line. So it's something we're going to be doing more often.
Will the New Day Elites all have matching attires?
Yes, they will all be in the same color. If you saw Xavier Woods, you know what color to expect the Kofi and Big E to be in. So when you display them all together, they will match.
Sweet. Is there any plans for an updated Elite Sheamus?
Yes.
Excited for that. With Daniel Bryan's recent retiring, is this the end of figures for him?
Not necessarily, but he's not going to be like a major player in the line, at least, for 2017, as of where he's been, in 2016 and 2017, where he was a pretty major player in the 2015 line.
Yeah. Has there been any thought of giving Elite figures, which are arguably more geared towards collectors, two open hands? It creates more options for display, which is something that most collectors appreciate.
It's not out of the question on the list of priorities in terms of things that I do for the getting that line moving down the pipeline. It's something to consider. Maybe. I mean, it's no plans right now. So.
Yeah. We'll see. How is the Defining Moments line doing?
It's doing pretty well. It's doing well enough that we are going to continue it through 2016. We have 4 new figures planned for 2016.
Nice. Can you confirm or deny that Elite 43 Heart Foundation is in the 80s tag team attire?
It is in 80s tag team attire.
Will future Roman Reigns figures get a closed right fist for the Superman punch?
It could. Yeah, that's something we can look into.
How long are the chase belts going to continue for?
That is for this year only. There will be something new, sort of doing that in 2017. So like a different collector mechanic execution, but like a similar thing where it's going to be randomly interspersed between figures.
Will Basic 63 Sid Justice have blonder hair than the Elite Psycho Sid?
I think it's the same hair color if I remember properly. So that's not the answer you wanted.
What are the chances of more Surfer Sting figures, Basic and Elite, in 2016?
Very good.
Very good. Will the next Big Show figure, whether it be Basic or Elite, finally have a closed fist so he can properly do the WMD?
I have actually sculpted up a closed fist for an upcoming Elite Big Show. It's just because he hasn't had a lot of TV time lately. It hasn't been scheduled, so it's probably not going to be any time immediate and soon. But the next time that a Big Show is in the Elite line, he will have a WMD right fist.
If the new Women's Championship is debuted the night after WrestleMania, how long will it be before we see it in figure form, and will it be a priority?
It will be a priority because I know that collectors love belts, and I know that any figure that comes with a belt, a new belt, is automatically very sought after. So it kind of all depends on who has it, who holds it, how new the sculpt is, how long it would take to do. Probably, it probably won't be for at least a year from now, to be honest with you, just because of our lead times. But once I see it and once I get reference on it, I'll get to work on it. So.
Is a box Buteo cereal as an accessory going to happen?
God, I hope so.
Me too. That'd be awesome. Are we ever going to get a Randy Orton from the time that he was the Legend Killer?
Probably.
And today's actually Randy Orton's birthday, fun fact. Oh, really? Yeah. Happy birthday, Randy.
Well, late, because by the time you get this, it'll be after. So
Belated birthday, Randy.
I hope it was a happy birthday.
Same here. Why do the waves now have fluctuating numbers of figures?
It's just to keep the most freshness on the shelf. There are certain times when retailers order heavier than others, usually around like the beginning of the year and around WrestleMania and around Christmas. So instead of ordering up when we know that they're going to order more of a certain wave than others, we'll generally put more figures in that wave. So instead of seeing like 3 or 4 of the same guys on the shelf at every retailer, it's 1 or 2 of the same guys at every shelf at every retailer, so they move quicker. You get the next wave in, and the whole thing just keeps going as scheduled.
Since we got Dean Malenko, could WCW flashbacks of other backstage talent like Norman Smiley, Billy Kidman, and Fit Finlay happen?
I believe so.
He believes so. Why was the Hall of Fame Cactus Jack canceled? Can you make any new Mick Foley figures?
I should probably be asking you that question.
I
guess why was it canceled?
I don't know, Dad. You're putting me on the spot.
If you know anyone that knows Mick Foley and can ask him what the status is of his merchandise deal with WWE.
Okay. I'll ask anyone if they know him, and then we could get an answer.
Hard to get a hold of. He's kind of doesn't like to talk to people. He's kind of like,
like super mean.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
As Balor continues to change his face paint for major specials and eventually pay-per-views when he's called up, can we expect, in due time of course, elites of his special costumes as time goes on?
Oh, I don't see why not. I mean, the first one, it's just hitting the market now, and I haven't found one in stores yet, and I've been looking like a lot for that wave, and so it's obvious there's a big demand for it. So as long as there's a demand for Demon Finn Balor figures, we'll still make them.
Bill, do you follow any other toy lines or collect any other toy lines?
I collect a lot of toy lines. I collected just about every wrestling action figure line that was out there until Mattel. Big fan of Marvel Legends, Star Wars. I collect all it. It'd be kind of sad how much I have in terms of action figures if I wasn't actually doing this for.
How many do you think you have total?
God, I probably shouldn't answer that question, but
is it in the thousands?
It's probably deep into the thousands.
Probably like tens and thousands.
I don't know if it's that deep, but it's.
We'll just say a lot.
I've never counted because I really don't want to know the absolute answer. I think I would break down and cry.
Probably not. Can we please get another Vince McMahon in a suit?
We'll try. Vince has direct control over how his figure turns out, so it has to go by him. So he has to approve the sculpt, and if he approves a sculpt that he likes and we want to put it in the line, we're good to go. So
that'd be cool. Now that the barbed wire bat has been reintroduced to WWE TV, is it fair game as an accessory?
We'll see. We'll see if WWE will approve it for use in a figure. So I think it makes a cool accessory. It's just if Dean uses it on Sunday, it could be very meaningful. So yeah, I'd like to include it with a Dean at some point. So we'll see.
Are we getting more Target Hall of Fame 4-packs? Any interest in 2 or 3-packs instead?
I have one more that I'm working on. I'm not sure when it's going to reach retail, to be honest with you, just because of there was some issues with the Four Horsemen set not clearing out at retail in a timely enough fashion. So once the Heenan family rolls out, there is another one scheduled, but I'm not sure what the release date on that will be. And I think in 2017 with the Hall of Fame, I think we're going to change up the offering a little bit.
Is Shane McMahon eligible for a Mattel figure at this point?
We'll probably find out after this weekend, to be honest with you. So let's hope.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
I'd like to work on it.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Why aren't you using the tall boot mold on basics anymore?
We're using it.
Yeah. Pay attention.
Yeah, I know of at least a few figures coming up that use the tall basic boot mode. So if you're disappointed that haven't seen it lately, keep watching.
Why don't we see more wrestlers from the Attitude Era in WCW?
In terms of Is there specific ones that they were? Is it just like a general question?
Just a general question.
Some of them we just don't have the rights to make yet. I know that there are some big names that I keep asking, to see if they're available to make figures of, and some, as soon as I find out they're available, I start work on them. So once I found out the Dudley's boys were in play, got to work. When they showed up the Monday after Raw, I was already getting reference images that week and getting them out to sculpting. So it just depends on when I get them, and once I get them, I start work on them, because I want to get a lot of those guys from that era into my own collection as well. So,
are there plans to release a corporate Big Bossman?
Yes.
Yes.
Before he went into the Hall of Fame, him going into the Hall of Fame is a nice bonus. So.
Yeah. Always wondered why you stopped painting the lips of the figures except Divas, anyone with face paint.
I don't think we ever painted the lips on the figures. That was a decision we made very early in the process, not to paint the lips on the figures for a number of reasons. One is to conserve deco hits. Every time you put lips on a figure, it's one more deco hit you can't put somewhere else. And to me, I just don't find lip deco to be very meaningful unless it's, on a diva that paints their face, paints their lips very different from the rest of their skin tone, where it'd be kind of obvious that, if we took it off. Like if I took off your lipstick of a figure right now, it'd be very obvious because it's very noticeable that it's different color from your face. Whereas my lips, I think, are close enough to the color of my face where it's really not there.
Really tell.
Yeah, so it's for me, like early in the design process, like lip color was one that was like very easy, at least for me to justify not including.
Yeah. Can we get the rest of the Nation of Domination, Kama and D'Lo Brown?
As soon as I know if I get the rights to D'Lo. I know that Kama we can do. If I did do another Kama, though, I think personally I'm kind of leaning toward the Supreme Fighting Machine version of Kama. I think that'd be more interesting visually than like Godfather in a black outfit with a slightly different hat. But who knows? Down the road, if we get to do to the point where that's the last Godfather we haven't done, then we'll do it too. If we think people will buy it.
Awesome. When will a white attired Seth Rollins Elite come out?
Soon enough.
How soon until we see an AJ Styles figure?
I worked very hard once I found out I can get him into the line to get him into the line. So hopefully, maybe by the end of the year, but no promises because it's a lot of that stuff is out of my hands in terms of production schedules. But I worked very hard and very fast to get AJ Styles up and running. So.
Very cool. Well, that's it for the questions. Thank you very much, Bill, for taking the time to answer these questions.
Thank you.